Your Honor, I don't understand why I got to come back to court. I did what you told me to do. I got my proof of insurance. I got my ID. I got my proof that I had insurance at the time that I was driving the car. I don't understand, right? And I have insurance now that's current. So I don't understand why I got to come back.
I didn't see current insurance, sir. You remember you tried to show me 3 separate documents and that both of them were expired.
So I'm not
I'll come
understanding.
back to him. I don't know what to do with him because he don't want to do nothing. And I don't like. I don't know. Why are you so late to your trial today?
I know, I do apologize. I got my grandbaby and everything going on. I have death in my family and everything. So I do apologize.
Is that hair wrap for a purpose, sir?
Yes, it's very bad. It looks like a basket under here.
You knew you were signing in today?
Did I know I was signing in?
Yep, to court.
Yeah, that's why I put the hair wrap on to keep my hair appropriate. It looks wild.
Today we step into the traffic docket of Judge Taylor, featuring a trio of cases, each entangled in a web of excuses, none having paid their fines, and all with unique tales to share. In the first case, a defendant is upset that he even had to show up, claiming he's already sorted out everything before the appearance date, but the court's official records suggest otherwise. The second defendant arrives in court donning a head wrap, a clear deviation from the standard dress code for court proceedings. He expresses surprise at landing in traffic court despite never having possessed a driver's license, adding a touch of bewilderment to an already curious case. Then in the third case, a woman chock full of excuses arrives late, attributing her tardiness to a recent family tragedy. Seeking empathy from Judge Taylor, she aims to explain her situation, despite falling short in compliance with the court's requirements. As these cases unfold, the central question arises: will Judge Taylor buy into the excuses provided by the defendants? Stay tuned and let's find out.
4504, count 1, expired plates. Count 2, no proof of insurance. Count 3, driver's license never acquired. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
May it please the court, Harry Bachman on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Weems, state your name.
Angela Weems.
So, Judge, we're just going to need some more time to come back with the proper documents. I asked for a waiver trial date just so I didn't want to hold anybody up. Would you please send them out for a waiver trial by Zoom?
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Mr. Weems.
Your Honor, I don't understand why I got to come back to court. I did what you told me to do. I got my proof of insurance. I got my ID. I got my proof that I had insurance at the time that I was driving the car. I don't understand, right? And I have insurance now that's current. So I don't understand why I got to come back.
I didn't see current insurance, sir. You remember you tried to show me 3 separate documents and that both of them were expired.
I did show it to you.
I understand.
Is it up to date though? Is it today's date?
Yeah.
Send it to the court then. Send it to the court so I can see it's up to date and today's date. I'm gonna give you the email address. You're gonna send it directly to me. And then as long as it's up to date and I see today's date that is current, then I'll acknowledge it.
You talking about my proof of insurance?
Yes.
My insurance expired yesterday because my birthday was yesterday.
Start backdating though. So when you came to court,
my plate expired.
Listen, Mr. Weems. All right. So you just told me that everything was up to date and valid, and it expired yesterday. Yesterday is yesterday. Today is today. That means that everything needs to be valid and up to date as of today. We can't, that's what happens. So then we let you go drive. You don't get it renewed for another period of time. And then you're back in the same boat because you get pulled over. Oh, I forgot. It just expired. But it's not supposed to expire. Your stuff is not supposed to lapse. It is a privilege to drive in the state of Michigan. It's an expensive privilege, especially when you live in the city of Detroit. Because I don't get no discount because I'm anything. I pay the same that everybody else on here pay and probably more sometimes. But we have to pay it if we want to drive and be a valid licensed driver in the city and drive our car. So it doesn't matter if it expires today or tomorrow. you need to make sure it's valid when you're in that vehicle driving. Now I'm gonna let you unmute yourself so that you can talk. But if it's not valid, then it's not valid today.
Your Honor,
Yes.
my license is valid. My insurance is valid. What's not valid is my registration on my plate because my birthday was yesterday. But everything else is valid. My license, my insurance is still valid. And that car, I'm not even driving that car no more. I got another car. I'm not even driving that car no more. But I have another car that's fully insured. I'm not driving that car, the BMW, no more. So I'm not.
I'll come back to him. I don't know what to do with him because he don't want to do nothing, and I don't like. I don't know. Because typically, if it's all up to date and good, they'll tell me that. So I'll be ready to go. So let me come back to you. Put yourself on mute. Okay. All right. Let me find somebody. Recalling the matter of the people versus Angela Weems. This is ticket number SP 1441754 and SP 1424504, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearances once again for the record, starting with counsel.
Morning, Harry Boffman for the defendant. State your name, Mr. Williams.
Angela Weems.
All right. So I saw that he has his license, so it's valid now. And then what insurance do you have? Current, valid, up to date insurance?
Yes.
On what vehicle?
I don't even have that car no more. The white BMW.
I said on what? Did I say that on that car? I said on what
on
vehicle?
My what kind of car is that out there? Ford Fusion.
All right. Do you have the policy in front of you? Can it be sent to me?
Yes, I got the policy for the BMW in front of me. If you want to see that,
okay. So that's the problem. You don't have current insurance. That's the problem, Mr. Weems. You don't have the insurance.
I do have.
So that's what's frustrating. Okay, so for the other one, you're saying that you had the insurance at the time you got these tickets. What was the insurance dates that you had for the time you got these tickets?
I'm about to
tell me the insurance dates. Yeah, no insurance. What's the problem?
It was 8/25/22 and it expired 2/1/23.
8/25/22 and it expired 2/1/23.
Okay, so one of the tickets I will acknowledge. So that's the one with the driver's license, no proof of insurance, and expired plates. What about the other one though?
What's the other one?
What's the other one?
The other one was March 19th of 2023.
I got insurance for that too.
I got the insurance for that also.
Trial. I think that should be everything otherwise, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
So Miss Young, why are you so late to your trial today?
I know, I do apologize. I got my grandbaby and everything going on. I had death in my family and everything. So I do apologize.
I'm sorry to hear that. I already let the officer go. So you're more than welcome to talk to an attorney about your options for today. But I let the officer go already because you're late. So let me do Mr. Young and then Attorney Barrow, if you don't mind talking to Miss Young. Okay. Miss Young, put yourself back on mute.
Okay.
Yeah, once I get on the docket and the rest of them are scattered about. All right. Mr. Trent Williams, I'm gonna put you in the waiting room until I'm ready for you, okay?
Alrighty, thank you.
No problem. Brandon Young.
Yes, I'm right here.
All right, turn on your camera for me, please. All right, I'm gonna call all his cases. You may not have known about some of his cases, okay? Is that hair wrap for a purpose, sir?
Yes, it's very bad. It looks like a basket under here.
You knew you were signing in today?
Did I know I was signing in?
Yep, to court.
Yeah, that's why I put the hair wrap on to keep my hair appropriate. It looks wild.
Instead of doing it, I'm gonna just throw on a head wrap.
I can't just do it. I can't do it myself. I'm sorry. It has to be retwisted and everything.
Mine too. Do you see what my hair looks like? I mean, it's okay, but it's not the greatest condition. But guess what?
It looks a lot better than mine. Trust me. That's beautiful. And I can show you.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Brandon O'Neill Young. This is ticket SP 14. Let me wait a second. It's okay. 633861. Well, she could probably hear me now because I'm on this. I got this stuff on the front. All right. That's drove our license suspended. That's the only one on the docket today, but he has some tickets and warrant status. Ticket number SP 11088892. Count 1 failed to display. Count 2 drive unregistered untitled motor vehicle. Ticket number SP 11213741. That's drove while license not valid. Ticket SP 13661381. Drove while license not valid. Count 2 on that ticket is improper plates. Count 3 on that ticket is no insurance misdemeanor. He also has 2 tickets in default. Ticket number SP 146333862. Expired plates. Count 3 of that same ticket is no proof of insurance. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Morning, Ali Barrow appearing on behalf of Mr. Young. Mr. Young, please state your name for the record.
Brandon Young.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, at this time, we are asking the court to set aside any and all outstanding warrants and defaulted matters.
All right, at this time, the court is going to set aside any warrants that may be out there at this time, and I'm going to put any cases that are in default back on my docket. How are we proceeding today?
Well, Your Honor, I wasn't aware of all of the misdemeanor citations. I was aware of the defaulted ones, so I would ask Ms. Mason that we negotiate a global resolution today. And I did actually, in fact, verify some compliance documents, so it should be a relatively simple plea.
Okay. All right, so you need to just talk to Ms. Mason real quick.
Yeah, I would ask the court to recall this matter shortly.
Okay. All right, Mr. Young, we're gonna work on trying to get all your cases handled and resolved today, because you have some cases in warrant status that were not on my docket that we want to take care of as well, okay?
Okay.
All right, so hold tight. I'm gonna put you back into a room. Sir. I'm also. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in this matter? You understand that?
Yes.
And understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
What's the hesitation?
No, it's because of the it's just I'm thinking about the charge of the driver's license. It's been such a hassle trying to get my license these past couple of years, and I never understood why I couldn't get my license in the first place.
Mr. Young, you had the correct answer earlier. Let's move forward with that answer.
Like, she just asked me what was the hesitation about. I'm just thinking about the past few years of why I couldn't get my license in the first place.
Okay. All right. Sometimes we put ourselves in what's called a deficit because we begin to drive when we don't have a license in the first place. And so what it does is it causes undue. It just messes us up, right? Because when we don't follow the rules for whatever reason, right? Because we have some reasons are super valid. When we don't, then we try and get it together. It becomes very frustrating because now we want it to happen right now, but it didn't take us overnight to get in this situation either. It's been happening for years. Because had you just driven once, they'd have gave you a license. But I started calling off all kinds of stuff because you just kept doing it, like I said, for whatever reason. And sometimes they are valid reasons because I get it. But you just have to know, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So
Livermore's Pasadena. Yes.
And were you failed to display a valid operator's license to the officer who stopped you?
Yes.
All right. Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor, and stipulate to probable causes the remaining dismissals.
All right. So at this time, the court's going to enter a plea of guilty to the amended charge of fail to display on both of these charges. The remaining counts called on this record today will be dismissed. I know it takes time. I do. But you just got to keep fighting so that you can be able to get your license one day, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to do a $300 fine on one of the tickets and waive the cost and fines on the other ticket, okay?
So I just have to pay $300, Your Honor?
Yes, and any reinstatement fees, okay? So reinstatement fees I can't waive, and I don't know how many you have, if you have any at all, but don't come back calling my court telling me something, it was just 300. It may be more, because you may have some reinstatement fees, okay?
Understood.
All right, how many days do you need to pay this? 30,
Ooh.
60, 90?
I'm currently trying to get back to, I would say, whatever the maximum is that you can do.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set it for January 29th, 24. However, in the interim, come down here and set up what's called a payment plan. Then you'll have a lot of time to pay it back and you'll be able to do it in smaller increments, okay?
Okay, and what was the date you just gave me?
January 29th. That's how long you have to get it in that program, okay?
Okay.
All right. Come down and take care of that. All right.
I sure will.
All right. You're all set. Thank you, Mr. Young. And you look nice. See, you didn't even have to do that much.
I just pulled it
Coming in here
back.
with that. I know, and it looks nice.
Thank you. You gave me the
That's all I
idea.
did. I pulled my hair back too.
Thank you.
It's all over my head. All right. Thank you, sir. You have
You're
a good rest of your day, okay?
All right, I'm able to go now, right?
You can go. Yep, Mr. Young, you're all set, okay?
All right, thank you.
No problem.
Good morning. Ali Vero appearing on behalf of Ms. Young. Ms. Young, unmute your device and state your name for the record, please.
Shalila Young.
Thank you. ma'am.
Shalila Joy Young, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Your Honor, today's a day and time scheduled for trial and formal hearing. At this time, Ms. Young would like to avail herself to the offer of pleading responsible to one count of expired plates and dismissing the misdemeanor matter of no insurance.
All right. So do you stipulate to the four corners of the ticket in order to establish a factual basis?
I do so stipulate, Your Honor.
All right. So at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to expired plates. Do you stipulate to probable cause on the count being dismissed?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right. So count one will be dismissed. Ma'am, the fine for that is $145. Typically, you have 14 days to pay civil infractions. Is that going to be enough time for you?
Can you give me a month?
I can. I can give you until November 28th if that helps you out.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. November 28th is when it's due. Okay. If you need more time, come down to 36th District Court on the first floor and ask for a payment arrangement. Okay.
Okay, and that's the only payment that's needed? Okay.
Right. Unless you have any reinstatement fees. Now, I don't know about those because those happen when you get tickets and I can't take care of those. Okay.
Right. I got you. Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
And you too.
I will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Am I done?
Yes, you're all set.
Okay.
Miss Mason, can we go to breakout room 1 real quick?
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.